Hi everyone, this is Billie. I hope you're all well today. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Today I'm going to do some tarot cards, and I am going to be using my Chameleon powder, which I've only used a little bit here and there, but actually I'm not familiar with the change in the colors when they're used with a black background. So I've painted all, 21. There are 22 cards in this set, and I've rotated the colors so that each card has probably one, and some have three of the different Chameleon powders. So in this set, there's 10. They're quite lovely, but I'm so curious as to see what they actually will look like on a finished product. We have Olive, Galaxy. This is a mint. It's got a bit of a green tint to it, so that's going to be interesting. We have Teal, which is very pretty. I love teal. We have Champagne, which looks like a gold to a red or a pink. We have Magenta, Plum, Grape, and Blue. And the last color I'll be using is Golden. So quickly, I am just going to take my little paintbrush, which is dry, and paint in this card. I'm going to go right to the edges. And I'm not going to worry about cleaning up the edges, as far as where the pigment kind of goes up the side. Not too worried about that. But I just want to get it in all the corners. And it sure goes a long way. And just brush it in to do a full coat. Okay, now I used a little bit of pressure to make sure that is down and sticks, and there's not too much to float away. They're in there, every bit of it's in there pretty well. So what I'm going to do is, with my calculations, I figured I'm going to try and start with 20 ounces of resin. So let me make up my resin. I'll put on my safety gear. Be sure and use your safety gear, your ventilator, and your gloves when you're mixing resin. So I will be right back, and then we'll add some color to it. All right, just a moment. Okay, I mixed that up, and I spent the last 5 minutes looking for my black paint, and I don't know where that went to. So anyway, now I know you're supposed to cover the back of your pigment paints with black, but I'm going to try to do a deep purple. And if it's not deep enough, then we'll add a little black colorant to it. So here's my dye and my paste from Just For You Online UK. And let's see, I'm going to add a little paste and see how far that gets us, because this is a lot of resin. It's 20 ounces. And it's a little bubbly. This is my Amazing Clear Cast. And I think we're going to go with about that much. 1, 2. See, it doesn't take much, but I'm going to make it as purple as we can make it. My paint is probably in front of my face. Let's see what happens. I probably didn't even put a dent in it, did it? I'm going to have to get some dyes. I just bought the little set. Don't have that much. Then I end up relying on paint. So I should have grabbed some purple paint. I did shake it. Come on, give me some dark color. 10 or 12 of those. May have to resort to my Pinata alcohol ink, but I don't know how alcohol ink works with, you know, the pigment paste, and if it would alter, you know, showing the colors. That is not going to do. Oh gosh, where is it? I can't believe it. Usually I'm pretty much organized and ready to go. So, one second. I'm going to grab some purple paint. Get off the stick. That made a difference. All right. Boy, it's taken me 5 minutes just to figure out colors. I apologize. Wipe this off. I do save my sticks. Okay. If I can get this off of there. Good swirl. And we're doing it. We are doing it. So I want to pour this into this cup so I can have a little more control. So let's do that. Maybe a little at a time. Okay, we're still good. My amazing clear class is good for 45 minutes work time, but I believe I've wasted a little bit of that. Okay, these are the last of the 22. How are you looking in there? Maybe one day I'll have a different setup for taking videos. All right, just go right to left. See how much. I was figuring these don't hold quite an ounce. Putting the powders down was the easy part. This isn't too bad, but I think the tricky part's going to be when you put your paint on the front. Rest of your day. Bye. Hi everyone. I'm back with our tarot cards, and they're all set. I'm thinking I have the colors in order to which I used, but let's go ahead and unmold these. I've got some bubbles in the back, but I realized they weren't really bubbles. They look like bubbles, but I think what they are is pigment coming up. Because sometimes when I popped them, it was nothing but pigment. So let's just see where we are. Let's see where you are, where I am. Okay. They're a little bendy yet. They're more bendy than I thought. It's sitting overnight. Let's see, I guess I'll have to set them to cure a little while longer. But let's just see what we have. Maybe I can figure out the colors. Come out, please. Oh, they are bendy yet. Oh, well, I must have wiped off pigment because that's it's wore off a little bit there. I don't know. Maybe when I blew with the heat gun, it disturbed some of them. Hard to say. That's number 1. Number 2. Oh, see, yeah, darn it. Oh well, first try. So I need to unmold the rest, and I don't know what to do about the backs. I'm going to unmold these, let them harden a little better. I'm going to get my edges trimmed, and then we'll go over with the wash of paint, acrylic paint, where we wipe it off, and then the details will show up. So I'm torn between white, silver, well, silver would just clash, never mind silver, or the gold, metallic gold. My thoughts are doing the details in gold, but let me get back to you. Maybe I'll experiment on a couple first, and then by then have my colors figured out, and I'll be right back shortly with, ta-da, the rest of the cards. All right, have a great afternoon. Take good care. Bye. Hi, everyone. Whew, I'm back with these tarot cards. I'll tell you, these, I struggled a bit with these, only because there's 22 of them. That's a lot. Anyway, I was able to cover the white, well, after, what do I say? I was able to put white paint over top to pick up the details. I must say there's some areas where the details really, you know, didn't come out that well. So this one especially, I had trouble with this area. So I ended up taking a fine paintbrush and painting the white on. So anyway, those are 15 done. And I have another 5 done right here. So 2 more to go. And I was just going to show you what I did exactly to get the white into the detailed areas. So here are the 2 I have left. And what I did was take some white, some apple barrel gloss here, and I just, you know, I use these old plates for palettes. They work, or lids or whatever I have. They work pretty darn good for a palette. So with a little white, a little brush and some water, I need a paper towel. Get this out of here. Move that away or I'll spill it. I also gathered together some acetone, because acetone was the one thing that helped me get the white off after you spread it on. Now I tried water and a sponge, water and a fine cotton makeup thing. I tried water with the paper towel and it just would not work for me. So this is not nail polish. I just put some of my acetone in here so I don't have to, you know, deal with a big bulky can. So this is an old, well, it's not a credit card, it's just an old plastic card that I'm using for a squeegee, because that's something I don't have, and I don't know that, you know, I absolutely have to have one. So maybe the time will come when I decide to do that, but until then I'm just going to, so that you can see me here. Okay, I'm just gonna put some white paint all over this and make sure I get it into the little crevices. So daubing helped a little bit rather than brushing, just to make sure it's in there. And I did the whole card this way. So I'm hoping once this is done and I can do the resin top coat, that our colors will show up really, really well and vibrant. So let's cross our fingers on that. High hopes. I have high hopes for that. Using our Chameleon powders. And the colors I do see are very pretty. This one, for instance, well, is either grape or plum. I'll have to do some comparisons, but there you go there, which turns to, well, let's see, turns to, I'm at the wrong angle, plum to blue, I believe. But let's just show you what I'm doing. I got to cut today. Jab myself with a knife. Oh, and it wasn't an X-Acto knife either. It was a kitchen knife. So there we go. So that is in most of the detail areas. And then what I did was I just took this card here and scraped as much as I could. Wipe that off. And I was able to do 4 at a time. It seemed to work well for me. That way, you know, the ink was a little set, or the paint was a little set. And I was able to get most of it off that way. So I'm going to set that one aside. We'll do it again with this one. See, and I forgot to put those little, these little finger condoms on because I knew better. I was full of paint the other day. And, well, it'll come off. Just going to dab that on. Get it in the little nooks and crannies. I did notice bubbles that I did not see when I first poured the resin. So there's, in this set of tarot cards, there's a bunch of white little spots. So I guess next time I'll have to be more careful with that. But down to 2. Ooh. 2 out of 22. Makes me feel better. Almost done. But I honestly don't know that I'll be in a hurry to do these, although I really like them. And now I'm thinking, you know, I have that big domino box mold, and I'll have to see if these will fit in that mold, and then I may have to do a box for them. So, get my card out, and we're going to scrape again. Get that all over the sides. Wipe it off. Let's try that again. It seems that is good as that one will get. So, let me get a little water on these fingertips of mine. Don't keep spreading white on everything. This paint is rather thick too, but that's okay. Toss this off. All right, so now this one's been sitting a little longer. I'll just take them off of here. What I'm going to do is get the acetone, get that on a folded paper towel. Oh, someone's car alarm's going off in my neighborhood. Anyway, let me show you. With that pretty good. And then started to rub. I might have let it sit a little longer, but it's coming. There. We're getting it. Though I have some paper towel fuzz on it. Turn this inside out. Go again. And that's all I did. A few areas here. Maybe buff that out. Wipe my sides. I am going to do gold pen on the sides. So I'm full of white ink again. Just wipe those off. Let that dry real well, and there we have the tower. Okay. Now, since this has paint all over it, I'm going to do a different one. Fold it up. These are half with paper towels. I just, you go through so many with resin that it's I think behooves you to cut them in half. And I got too much there. All right, let's try to swipe this off. There you go. Like that. Turn it over. Anyway, that's what I found to be effective, acetone. All right. And as I said, I'm going to do a top coat. I'm not going to worry about the sides because I can always sand the sides if it goes over. There's some fuzz in there. And I did cover the others on the back with some contact paper. So let me wipe these sides. Look at that. I'm getting it everywhere. So gloves or those little rubber finger protectors will help, I think. Just didn't do it. My friend Linda was here this week. Oh my goodness, we had a good time. We redid my mother-in-law's old kitchen table and 4 chairs, and boy, it turned out lovely. Oh, so pretty. I'm happy to have it in my front room now. So, gosh, get this off the back. Okay, now I need to get some of this off. And I know acetone's not great for your skin. It's pretty potent to smell. Let me get most of this off. That'll do for now. Okay, so the next step before I resin is cut some little pieces of contact paper here. I use that a lot on my resin backs. It seems to stick real well. So what was it I did it didn't stick to? Oh, I had some sand finishing on those coasters I turned into beach coasters. My contact paper wouldn't stick to that, so I ended up using tape. Just get this on the back. I'm just going to trim the sides. Come here. Trim that off as close as I can. And I found a little burnisher or a paper folder. I had this, and I'm just going to go and rub the sides here. Like I said, that white you see will be covered up. Just want to braid those edges down as best as I can, and I've got air bubbles. That shouldn't matter. We'll go on to the next final and last piece. Oh, yay. These are quite time consuming. And then I haven't been back to videoing since I had company. And then tomorrow I have a music gig, so I'll be out of town again. So I'm not quite sure when you'll see this video, but as soon as I can get it up, I promise. Cut the excess off. This is just contact paper you use in your kitchen cupboards. And it's good to have on hand when you resin. So, braid that a little bit. Oops, wrong side. Get that down. Like I said, I've got paint on everything. There we go. So, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna make some resin up and I'll be right back. See you in a minute. Okay everyone, I mixed up a little bit of resin. I actually mixed up 6 ounces, and I'm going to use the majority of that on another project. But I wanted to show you what I will be doing when it comes to covering these cards. So I have my Amazing Clear Cast mixed up. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It gives you 45 minutes work time. But for the meanwhile, to cut this short for you, I am just going to do these first 4 cards, and then I'm going to move on, and I can finish the rest for you without having to watch such a tedious tedious task. A tedious task. So let me see. It's not going to take too much. I didn't get any on there. I can probably get by with just a little bit of resin on here. And see how it is picking up. It is picking up the colors nicely. And I'm going to have to hold this because I really can't see what I'm doing too well. I want to get it to every corner. Like I said, if it drips, I'm okay. The bottom is covered. I just don't need to get too carried away with it. And these little plastic cups I'm using, I'm only down to 4, but they sure are helpful because I can use my my cover on this tray when it's not so full. Let me just see where I'm at. My handy dandy flashlight, which I covered in tape because I cleaned it off because it was just so full of resin. And let's see what I have here. A little bit right there. Ooh, now look at that. That's purple. It's either plum or grape turning to, well, there's a purple. Can you see the blue? Oh, I just saw the blue. Purple. Purple to, gosh, I can't see blue. Maybe I'm thinking it's blue. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. Get these layered with this last coat. Then when they cure, all I need to do is my edges, and I'll be good to go. So with that, I will say, see you on the next round. And take good care. Have a good night. See you in a little while. Bye. Oh, hi everybody. Oh my gosh, I have never been so happy to finish a project in my entire life. I swear, this bugger. I've been working on these for 3 weeks plus. Finally finished. These are the tarot cards, a set of 22. The colors turned out beautifully. I wanted to try my Let's Resin Chameleon colors, and that I did. There's too much white, I think, on the cards to really give them justice. It covers up, you know, a lot of the coloring. But good news is they're finished. Bad news, there's some flaws. I have to admit, there's some flaws. I struggled through these. Not my best work, I must say. So, and I have other good news too. I'll share that with you in just a minute. Let's just go over these real quick. I actually cut and cut and cut and sliced and diced the video I had up to this point on these. So now let me go over the colors with you. I drug it on before and I thought I'm not doing it again, but let's see the finished product here. Now, our first color here is the mint, or excuse me, teal. And you can see there's a teal and it turns to a gray blue or a smoky blue. Very pretty. The next two here are the olive, I believe. Nope, excuse me, mint. I should read first before I speak. This is a mint. There's a green, and you know, it goes to a darker green. The lighter green to the darker green. Very nice. Okay, this one is the olive, where you have the olive green, and oh, it turns to a darker olive green. So you have a light, bright, vibrant green to the olive green. All right, then we have magenta, which is initially pink, which turns, it's almost a purple or a lavender color when you tilt it, but that's the magenta. Okay, then we have galaxy. Now I did 4 galaxies. I don't know why. I was trying to do a few of each, but anyway, the galaxy is a type of green, and then it turns into a teal. So I had trouble deciphering if this was a teal or galaxy, but for me today, that's what it is. All right, then we have the plum. Now that's obviously plum. Isn't that pretty? Plum really turns plum from a light pinkish, well, fuchsia rather, to the plum. Oh, I'm sorry, I just noticed the ring light ahead of me. This one here is the grape. Now that's a light purple, and then it's really a purple, but oh, that ring light, I shouldn't do it there. It looks blue, but it's a purple. So, and champagne, which is a light pink. And then it, oh gosh, do I have 2 different ones here? I don't think I do. Can't say what that turns to, like a lavender. Oh, my ring light's over there. Okay. Then we have blue. No, yes, we have blue. Very pretty blue. And then it goes to the darker blue there. Last but not least is the golden. All right, there's your golden. And kind of goes green. Look at that, emerald green to golden. But those are the colors. Beautiful. Let's Resin Chameleon pigments. They're lovely. I need to take these apart before they start sticking to each other. I did do the gold trim all around the edges. Some are thicker than others, but they're done. Anyway, I will put a still down when I finish this video, and it should be up within a couple of days. I've got another busy weekend ahead of me, so hopefully I can load this up tomorrow and get it edited for Sunday. So, oh, my other good news is Amazon has approved me to be an influencer, which means rather than me having to list all my items in my description box, you know, link by link by link, they now have given me a storefront where I will link my storefront in my videos. I'm slowly going to have to add things to it, but one link takes you to my storefront, and there will be all the products I use, whether it be resining, woodworking, jewelry, you name it, and I should have it there. So that to me is real exciting, because that to me is going to save me a lot of time, and I do get a small commission. So I thank you for any orders that you happen to place there, and of course in my links that are already listed. And I got excited today because I have 151 subscribers, which means you're liking what I do, and I appreciate it so much. I hope I don't lose any because of this video, but anyway, just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening, a great weekend. I'll get this up for you Sunday, and have fun, enjoy, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Thank you again. Bye.